Hi, today I'm going to show you how to can albacore tuna. It's easy, it's fun, and yum, it's good. First, you have to get yourself some tuna. The easiest way is get in a boat. Go out about 50 miles, go fishing for a couple of days, and you can catch yourself 20-pound, 30-pound, 40-pound tunas. It's fun, it's great, and you'll appreciate the taste. There's a little more work to it. But after you get your fish, you got to get it filleted, or you can fillet it yourself if you know how. Then you take it out to the Traeger smoker. I took this lovely tuna and put it out there for approximately 30 minutes on pure smoke. No heat. Don't want to cook it. Just want to get it smoky. Okay? So we got the smoky tuna. Then we got to get ourselves a board. And we get some jars. Now what you want to do is you want to use, well, we use small jars because we eat small pieces of tuna. If you're a big eater, you can use big ones. But we use the smaller ones. You never want to reuse these lids. It could create a leak and it gets spoiled and then you kill somebody. So never good, never good. But you get yourself a jar, and what we're going to do is we're going to fill this up with tuna, and we're going to put it in so we have a little bit of headroom on top, about this much, about 1.5 inches or so, because when this stuff cooks, you're going to get all that natural juice out of the meat, and it's going to fill up. You don't want it to overflow and leak out, and then it breaks the seal, and then you got to eat the tuna, like within a couple of days. But not a bad thing. So we're going to get our jar. We're going to grab ourselves some meat here. And we're going to squeeze her in there and pack her down pretty tight. Now, this is a little bit tall, but we need that headroom. So I'm going to make this fit. Make it fit in there so we get that headroom. You can squish her on down, but you got to get that headroom in there, okay? So we're going to pack her down there tight. Just want to make sure we get that headroom. If there isn't enough room, go ahead and take some of that meat out of there. It won't hurt it at all. And you can then get your meat in there. It's not going to really matter because you're not going to make fillets out of this later anyway, so it's okay to just eat her in there, okay? So we're going to set that aside. We can't put the lid on yet. So we're going to do another can. I'm just going to do 2 of them for you really quick. So we're going to grab this other little fillet piece here. We got this piece here. We're going to put that juicy. Oh, it smells so good. Makes you want to just bite it. Get this little piece in here. Now we're going to pack her in there. Listen. That's a natural noise, huh? Okay. So we're going to get that down there. Ooh, that's bad. That sounds bad, but it's going to be yum. So this is how far I got it down there. See that? Get it down there about that inch level. We're going to have all that juice fill up. We don't want it to overflow. So we got that. I'll pack this up later. Won't bore you to death right now. Ooh, hands dirty. Got to clean them. Get that grease off of there so we can now seal up those lids. And we can get this stuff in the pressure cooker and get it going. Get her done. Just clean my hands off real quick. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to clean the lid seals, okay? We're going to put the seal on here, and if there's any oil on this rim, man, we're done. We're going to have to eat it again. When we get done, we're going to have to eat it. All that juice is going to leak out. Not going to make a good seal. Can't seal it. Won't last but a week. And you never want to give this stuff away if it's leaking, unless you don't like them. If you don't like somebody, give them some that leaked. Guaranteed they're going to get sick. I don't want to say die, but they might. So, how do you clean this? Well, the best way to clean it is take yourself some vinegar. Some good old-fashioned vinegar. Get yourself a rag. Not a rag, sorry, paper towel. Don't go to the garage and get a rag. Never. If you're going to do that, don't let your wife see you. It couldn't be a good thing. Okay? So we're going to take this vinegar, and we're going to go ahead and clean this baby off. This is where you slow down. Because this is like a high blight. If you mess this up, you are toast. It will be bad. So we're going to, there we go. Clean it up some more. Okay. Still smells good. Get a little more vinegar. And clean it up like this. Clean this baby up. Okay. There we go. So then what you do is, I've been told, don't know why, don't ask questions, just obey the wife and it tastes good. Put a little bit of salt in there. They said just a pinch. I guess that's a pinch. You pinch it, it's a pinch. Okay? Now we can put our lids on. Now what you want to do is you want to put the lid on, but you don't want to leave it completely loose, but you don't want to crank it down either. Because when it gets in there, the pressure's going to come in, it's going to expand, air's got to leak out. Okay, you don't want the liquid to leak out, but the air will want to leak out. So you want to just put this on here and give it just a firm little tight, like you're going to do the mayonnaise jar, and put it back in the garage area, back in the fridge. There you go. All right. As you can see, I got my proper canning clothes on here. I don't like getting everything dirty, so put on my car mechanic suit. So anyways, we're going to tighten this down. We go. Oh, beautiful. All right. Now we're ready to put it in the pressure cooker. I'm going to finish these other ones later, but right now I'm just going to show you how to do it in the pressure cooker. Okay. Or the canner. Sorry, I was called pressure cooker. Okay, so what we got is we got a 15-quart canner, and I can't really show you inside because I'll pour out all the water, but I got water up to about here. We want to bring water into right about here, but you got to remember you're going to put a whole bunch of cans in, and as you put cans in, it's going to fill it up, and it's going to go inside the thing. So you don't want to fill it too high, but you don't want it too low. So put it right about here, okay? And then you're going to set these down inside, right next to each other, but not really touching the sides or anything, and then you can stack them up too high. I tried to go 3 high, but couldn't force the lid on, and probably wasn't a good idea anyway. So anyway, so just spread this out. Now what you're going to do is you're going to put your lid on. Oh, what you're going to do is you're going to put it on the fire, let it heat up, get it nice and hot, and just at the boiling point before you put the lid on, before you put the cans in. The heat comes up, get it pressurized, drop them in there. Don't burn yourself or let somebody else do it. But you don't really care if they get burnt too bad. Put it in there, and then you're going to put your lid on. All right. Put that baby on there, tighten her down. Take a 10 to 15 pound pressure weight. There's different weights on here. All right. This particular one needs all 3 to be 15 pounds. You put that on there. You're going to turn up the temperature. You don't want to crank it up. If you got a big burner, you don't want to crank it up way too high, because then you'll have to turn it way down, because this thing will go, won't go. So you want to come in to keep it pressurized. Okay. You want to hear this, and then you start the clock. 80 minutes. Once it's doing this, you're at the proper temperature, and that's when you start the timer. Get a timer, 80 minutes, let it go. And once you hit 80 minutes, take it off the fire, turn it off, and you have this little pressure goodie here. This little goodie. It'll be up, and you can sit in anticipation when you hear then you get all excited, because now you can carefully open it up if you want. Open it up, lift off the lid. Steam will come out, burn your arms. Let somebody else do it if you don't want to get burnt. Let the steam come out. Get a pair of tongs, and you can take each one out and set it on the counter. Set it somewhere, let it cool off. Don't put it in the refrigerator. Let it cool off naturally. They take about 12 hours to cool down. And that's it. You have just canned yourself some albacore tuna. And now you can share it with your friends for a whole year. Have fun. Don't burn yourself. Go catch a big fish.